Hi friends, good morning and good evening to all of you. So I hope you all are doing well. So in previous videos we discussed about comma separated file, okay, pipe delimited, special character delimited, okay. So all these three types of file can be processed and loaded into target system with little or I can say that minimal modifications, okay. These were simple videos, okay. Now if I talk about fixed width file, so this for loading the file which contain fixed with character, so in that type of file we need to take some special care, okay, how we can process. So first of all, let us try to understand what is fixed with file format. So in this type of file format, if you see here, this is my file which contains fixed width, means like between one character to I can say that like there would be fixed uh, space between the characters which are present in first column and second column, okay. It means like suppose we first column contains AR for Argentina, okay. So there would be some fixed amount of space between these two things, okay. So let us see how we can process this type of file. So to process this file, so let us go to our Informatica mapping, okay. So wherever you are logging to your data integration services, first of all you have to click on this new option, okay. From this new option you have to click on this. First of all you have to create some component, okay, this component, okay. In this component, like in my previous videos we discussed about the process to load Excel file, okay. For Excel file, what we discussed about a intelligent structure model component, okay. To create fixed width file format, first of all, to load that fixed width data, first of all we have to create one component called fixed width file format, okay. You have to click on this option. Now whenever you click on this option, automatically you will be redirected to one page, this type of page, okay. So in this page what we'll do, configuration name you can provide anything here, depends on your requirement. Let me provide some name. File format, new, whatever possible, okay. Now select sample file collection, okay. Sample file collection, I have created one connection detail which I have already created, okay. Now sample object, we have to provide some sample object here, okay. So sample object will take countries data because this contains our fixed with data, okay. Now once we are selected this thing, if you see here, this type of icon will come to you, okay. So this is important thing. First of all, column boundaries, so you have to define any width. Let us select up to this point, okay, 20, or I can click on the here, okay. Depends on my requirement, I can select up to 50 also, okay. So this is mandatory section to provide some, I can say that structure to our fixed with file format, okay. So in case your file contains other columns also, you have to add this thing, okay. In case you want to delete this part, you can, suppose by mistake you click on here, you click on here, okay, click here. So if you have to remove this thing, what you can do, you can just select this thing, delete this, click here, okay, and delete this, okay. Sorry, click here and delete this. If you want to delete, if you want to increase the length, you can do up to this point, you can do up to this point. Here I have taken up to 45, not an issue, okay. Once we are done with this, if you see here, column boundaries are 0 to 45, then 45 to, sorry, 0 to 20, 20 to 45. So it will get loaded data. Now let me save this, okay. So once we have saved this thing, now what we will do, as usual, we will go to our mapping. So that mapping I have already created for you. So let us go to that mapping. This is our fixed with mapping, okay. Here what you need to, you have to get one mapping. Here you have to select source, okay. In source, whatever your connection detail, like the path where your uh, file is present, you have to provide that path, okay. And here what we have done, we have selected our flat file, our connection detail. Here we have selected our single object, okay, object. Now so which object you want to load? While creating our fixed with file format, there we have created one only, that skeleton, or can we can say just sample. Here we have to select exact file name, okay, countries data. So once you are selecting this thing, okay, now what, what you need to do, you need to click on this formatting option. If you see, by default every time whenever you have created your mapping, you would have been redirected to this page. There we selected other option, okay, and for pipe delimited, here we have selected for comma delimited, okay. For fixed width, you have to select this radio button. Once you click on this radio button, you will see, to use a fixed width file, you must have already configured a fixed width file format that we have already created. So this new, which we have created, okay, let us save this. Now if I click on this preview data, you will see my all data is visible here, column 0, column 1, okay. Now let me go to fields. If you see here, fields are presented, it is already showing my precision 20, 0 to 20. Overall, we have selected till 45, okay. So the precision is coming here as 20 to 45, means 25 it is coming here, okay, length. Now I will go to target. As usual, target I have already selected here, tgt country delimited fixed, this is my target table, okay. Tgt countries delimited fixed, okay. Now while creating the target option, I have already selected truncate option. So in case any data is present in my target table, it will get truncated, okay. Now target fields, so let me synchronize this thing because I have already dropped one column. One more thing, so suppose while creating any of your mapping, suppose you have made some changes in your target system, okay. Now so so how will you reflect those changes in your mapping? So what you need to do, you need to make, simply click on this synchronize option, okay. So what it will do, whatever, if in case you have changed any data type, you have dropped any column from target system, it will get synchronized in mapping itself, okay. So no need to go and again select everything, okay. Now we'll go to field mapping. So what we will do, we'll do, let me first clear this mapping, okay. Clear mapping. Now if I try to click on this auto map option, it will not work here, okay. So I have to go manually map this 0, this first here, okay. Let me validate this. If it is working fine, now let us run this job, okay. Here make sure you are selecting the correct runtime environment. Let us run this mapping. So these are simple mappings, simple concepts, but useful from a real project point of view, or I can say that from interview point of view. So that's why we are discussing each and every topic, okay, so that in real time also easily you can work here. If you see here, same 26 file have data, 26 number of rows has been loaded into your target table. Let me query this, okay. One thing here, so if you see here, country ID has been also been copied. Why? Because while creating our fixed with file format, what we have done there, let me show you, okay. So while creating our fixed with file format, let me go to there, okay. I think this one, what we have done, we have selected this thing, okay. What it is, you have to click on this thing, number of rows to skip. One we have already selected here, okay. So why country ID is getting also picked up here? Country ID, country name has been also picked up here. Mhm. Oh, sorry. I have I am selecting this another map. Oh, this is one. If you see here, this is our fixed file format. I will click on this here. If you see here, number of rows to skip is 0. That's why from in your in our source file, if you see here, it is also copying our header file also. Okay, here header also. Okay, if you see here, it is also copying header also. So how we can manage these things? You can go here and just click edit and type 1. It will skip first row, okay. Let me save this, okay. and this was our job. Okay, let me restart this again. Okay, so in this way simply we can learn, okay, these concepts. These are simple but useful things for each, for all of us. Okay, let us get it get executed. So let me see if it has been loaded. Yeah, you see here, now that part is not coming. So here one important thing to note down here. Let us first refresh this. Yeah, it has been loaded now. So if you see here, l- our its length is only a two characters, but if you see here, it is taking whole space of around 20 characters. Okay, if you click on here, it has been taken around 20 characters length. Okay, but here Argentina, it has taken 25 characters length. Okay, so what why I have just showed you the length also, so that you can understand in fixed with file format, whenever you are selecting, it will take up the that much amount of space in your target table also. Okay, now, so one thought might have been come in your mind. So how we can remove this space? Okay, so simply what you can this thing, like once you created your mapping, inside that mapping you can use some expression transformation, and from there you can just remove, use ltrim and rtrim function, from there you can remove that part. Okay, so that's why I just showed you by directly loading that data, so that you can understand what is our fixed with file format, and how we can load the data, and how we can handle these things. Okay, so if I summarize this, what we have discussed so far. So to load the data into fixed with file format, first of all you have to go to component. Okay, you have to create fixed with file format, then you have to create the mapping, and from mapping you have to map this fixed with file format to your mapping. So that's all from this video. Thank you.